Hello everyone, it's Michelle from Gypsy Insights. This is a different kind of tarot reading. It's not dependent on your sign or element. If you are guided to this reading, you'll know if it is meant for you. And I'd really appreciate it if you would like, share and subscribe if you enjoy this new, different kind of tarot reading. Hello everyone, welcome to Soulful Repair. My name is Michelle.
My name is Richard.
We'll be doing a he said, she said style reading today, and depending on how you identify, either side can resonate, so please keep that in mind. Let's get started. We'll start with your oracle cards. Firstly, from Alice the Wonderland, you got the card of nature communication. This is very much speaks of opening yourself up to differing styles of communication. It's an energy around this of not being stubborn or rigid or refusing to approach communication from a different perspective, assuming that communication has to fit in with your own style, assuming things about other people without really tuning in to what they're saying, or refusing to expand your capacity for understanding around other people and their viewpoints. So it's about being open, expressing the desire for communication, and being more lateral and less literal about the ways that communication can take place. Now, Richard has pulled from the Dark Goddess Oracle the card of Nematona.
And she is the archetypal hermit of Germanic origin. The card speaks to the possibility that somebody might be bottling up their emotions and may need to get something off their chest.
Okay, so let's see where this goes here. And if this one isn't resonating, I urge you to check out the rest of our Soulful Repair readings. They're available under the playlist of Soulful Repair. So at the end of this reading, you can check those out as well if you haven't already. Okay, let's get started. I've already meditated on your energy, so I'm going to cut these cards. We'll be doing a horseshoe style reading. So I'll start with the past energy, the present energy, the near future, your advice or your best path to follow, what's happening around you that is currently affecting you, your hopes and fears, the outcome, and your overall energy or what this reading is about.
I'm going to lay down the same cards: past, present, near future, advice or best path to follow, environment, hopes and fears, outcome, and the overall energy of this reading.
Okay, let's start right in the center. Justice. Okay, so it speaks of the need to be able to communicate on a fair and just way. It's about bringing together two people, perhaps with differing viewpoints, and treating each other with fairness, with balance, equality. There's a feeling around this card of choice in how we confront an issue where there are differing perspectives. For some, it's a legal matter, so it may be something that is called into question here, whether you might need a third-party advice, such as a lawyer or a counsellor or someone like that. But for others of you, if it's just two people coming together needing to find some kind of mediation, it's the both of you needing to come from a place of fairness and logic and reasoning, rather than thinking with emotion or thinking from pride or ego. So I do feel that this is about two people that have very different viewpoints, perhaps about some kind of event that has happened here, Richard.
All right, so looking over here at the overall energy, we have the Page of Swords. You know, that does have a large component of getting something off somebody's chest, doesn't it? You know, the revealing something, some truth is what I'm getting from that.
Yeah, let's see what has happened here in the past. We've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So I do feel that this might be you dealing with someone who has some kind of beef. There's some disappointment or bitterness around this person. A feeling here that whatever has happened in this person's past, and they may be an air sign, but they don't have to be, a Libra, Gemini or Aquarius, it's caused them to react to life in a very bitter kind of way. There's a feeling here of decision making that is based not on clear thinking or logic, but rather someone who is reacting in a negative way by acting perhaps cruel or cold, or making a decision here that is coming to you in a way that is an aggressive kind of energy that I'm picking up around this person, vengeful. I see this. Often I see the Justice card as something that provides protection. Protection from people who may be abusive, or someone who wants to perhaps use another for a selfish reason. So what is being called for here is a need to not think of mediation or reconciling differences as ego, but rather it has to serve a higher purpose. Okay.
Looking in the past over here for this person, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, which speaks about release, letting something go that might have been valuable at one time.
Okay, let's have a look and see what the current energy is here. The Chariot. So there's very determined movement here. I feel like the energy on this side of the table is one of motivation. Motivation for justice. I get vengeful energy around this person, and because it's major arcana, I'm getting this need for this person to overcome obstacles in their life. And I'm getting a feeling here that this person sees a decision that they're making here as necessary in order to overcome an obstacle that has been holding them back in some way. They feel that they have no choice here but to take direct action and clear something up, or bring something back into balance in their own life.
All right, so looking over here at the present, we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse here. This to me talks about getting over this feeling of anxiety. The Nine of Swords is a funny card. When it's in reverse, it can mean an exacerbation of those kinds of anxiety feelings, but I'm not getting that here. I'm getting it as a making better, an amelioration.
Okay, let's have a look in the near future. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. So all of this is in preparation for laying a solid foundation for the future. There's an opportunity that's around the corner that this person wants to take advantage of, but they feel like they need to take an action in order to have this ace made available to them. Now, for some, it could be another relationship, it could be a new start in life, could even be a new job, if we're talking about job issues here. And it's about taking full control of their life and wanting to turn their life around, I feel, from one in which they've been disappointed with the results to one where they feel like they're getting their just rewards.
All right, so looking over here in the near future for this person, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse, which speaks to a lack of enthusiasm. I just get this as a general malaise, really.
Yeah, it could be some kind of news. I see those pages there as a little bit of a warning. And I see the Page of Wands often when it's in the reverse. It speaks of disappointing news, message being delivered here that is somehow negative. And sometimes I also see that Nine of Swords in reverse. It's one of those weird things, isn't it, where two people can be on a completely different wavelength. And it's almost like you tend to pick up on like someone's negative energies being thrown at you. It's a very receptive energy, is what I'm feeling on that side. I get openness, I get receptivity. I get this energy over here as being very masculine energy, although you could be a female. and that means that this person is taking action. The other person is more in receipt of whatever that action could be.
More passive, but not in a sense of passivity, really.
No, it's just the way that it is at the present time.
Right.
Now, when it comes to the advice or the best path to follow, we've got the Hermit card in the reverse. So it seems like there's been a lot of thought, a lot of analysis about what's been going on here, and it seems that this person's getting ready here to take action.
So the time for analysis is over, is what you're getting from that?
And now it's time to take action on whatever was learned during this period where this person may have done some therapy. They may have gone to see a counsellor, gotten some kind of advice, and now they are ready. I get a readiness here to step out of the shadows, if you will, and take action on what they feel is right.
All right, so looking over here at the advice, we have the Page of Cups in the upright. It's a very youthful kind of energy that I get from this. And I think it's just remaining positive. I get optimism from this card.
Open. When it comes to communication, I get with this nature communication that a key to this will be remaining open to another person's viewpoint, rather than having a rigid kind of
view of it.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the what's happening around you here. We've got the Strength card in reverse. Yeah. So I'm getting this as external energy. There's a feeling here of weakness. Somebody who, again, I get a lot of power and strength on this side, and on the other side I get a vulnerability.
Yes, that's what we're seeing there with that Strength card in reverse.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking here, that this what's playing into this is a vulnerability, or a perceived vulnerability. And it's very much a feeling here that somebody feels like they might have the upper hand.
Right. Okay, so looking over here at the environment, we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. It speaks to a situation where it seems like one person is willing to give, and the other person is just not interested in giving anything in return. So it's all a very closed off kind of energy. It's kind of like a Four of Cups energy from the other point of view. Just the other person just not open to offers or open to accepting anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, they may have been in the past, but they might have closed it off. Could even be potentially a situation where there's some kind of strings attached to offers or a gift of some kind, but we'll see where that goes. And here we have the Page of Cups in the hopes and fears. So it is about, I feel, reaching out in some way.
News. I want to get one more on that, actually. Hopes and fears at the Page of Cups. Please clarify this page. Okay, we've got two that came out. We've got the King of Cups and the Hanged Man. Okay. I'm feeling here that something needs to be sacrificed, to be let go of, in order for there to be emotional fulfillment. I'm seeing these cups energies here as having an emotionally mature relationship, opening up on an emotional level that is, we have a page here and a king. It's almost maturity. I see this as progression. Progression from maybe an immature view of love to a more wise opinion about what love is. Yeah, and I think that something has to be sacrificed first, a viewpoint, an old way of thinking,
and how it relates to emotions, how you relate to people on an emotional level. Okay.
All right, so looking over here at hopes and fears for this person, we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's all about karma. You know, I can't help but think that this is a karmic thing. It's something about, Michelle was talking about, vengeance in its own way. I see this as being somewhat karmic, as something having happened in the past and now coming back around. Every dog has his day, that kind of energy. That's what I'm getting from this Wheel of Fortune here as a hope or fear.
Okay, let's have a look at the outcome. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So there's a blockage here. You feel like your destiny wheel is blocked. You feel like something needs to be released here so that you can have this wheel start turning again in a more positive direction for you.
I'm actually going to take that a little bit differently. I'm going to say that whatever action this person's planning on taking to unblock themselves is not going to be successful.
Okay, yes, it can also mean that.
That's what I'm getting as an outcome here. I think that's a real danger for this person here. You know, this need to get something off their chest.
Yeah.
This need to try and unblock what's causing them issues, especially in love relationships.
Yeah, I think you're right, Richard. There may be more rigidity on this side.
And you've just a very, with that Chariot there, just a very single-minded destination type. This is going to fix things.
Fix things, yes. Whereas in the past there's been decision making based on mistakes made in the past, thinking that things are never really going to work out, becoming disillusioned with life, and not gaining wisdom. You know, if I see the Queen of Swords in the upright, it's someone who's been through the tough times, but they've learned from it. But in the reverse, it tells me that that's blocked. The learning hasn't occurred.
All right.
Although this person thinks that they are on the right track here.
All right. So looking at the outcome for this person, we have the Death card in reverse. So for them, there's not going to really be any change. Everything will be pretty much status quo for them as far as their growth goes. None of what this person does will have any real effect on this person's growth. It won't cause them to have any epiphanies or any real change.
Yeah, I get that they don't want there to be any change either.
Yes.
You know?
Well, that's right. With this, I'm getting the impression that this person here might have an idea of what's coming. It might be even possibly on tenterhooks about it, and they just don't want that to have any effect.
Right, they don't want that Wheel of Fortune to turn into the reverse here like this other person. They want it to continue going in the positive direction. And I get, when I see a lot of pages in a reading, it suggests to me that the person that is being dealt with here is very immature. And I don't think it's this person on this side. I think it's more on this energy here. It's the reason why I feel that is because of this Strength card in reverse in the environment. It's like seeing a weakness in someone else and using it for a personal gain or personal advantage. And that's obviously a very immature way of handling change in their life. Though I'm not getting real change here, Richard. I don't feel that that's change. I feel it's just a question of a reaction to something happening in their life, and then feeling, okay, I've got to quickly do something here.
I think it's pulling at threads, really, and just hoping that pulling the right thread will result in the right outcome for them.
But which it may not here.
Well,
often
we know what happens when you start pulling threads. Everything starts to come apart.
Unraveling, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking about this. I'm looking over here. This person has something on this person. They're trying to make a decision about whether revealing that something will make a difference for them in their life, produce the growth and the change that they're looking for, so that they can have fulfilling relationships, or fulfilling work, or whatever it happens to be. But I see a lot of cup energy over here, and it makes me wonder about whether this is a love relationship related type situation. And over here, this person has an idea that this person might have something on them. It's not like they're afraid per se, but they are on the lookout, vigilant, waiting perhaps for this person to take some sort of action.
Yeah.
But and desiring that there's no change to their status quo.
Right. I think that's what we're talking about here. So we'll see where this goes in part 2. Hope that you join us there. The link is below in the descriptions box. It'll be about another 30 to 40 minute reading. Actually, no, it'll be a bit longer than that. It'll be about a 45-minute reading on the Soulful Repair. So if this is resonating, please join us there. If this one isn't resonating, please be sure to check out our Soulful Repair playlist on the channel. There you'll find a lot more readings done in this style, and they're not sign dependent, so you may find something there that fits your situation. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email gypsyinsights@gmail.com, and that email is also in the box below.
I'll be pulling out some Lenormand cards as well, and we'll be doing clarifications on all the cards laid out right now.
We'll be going a lot further in depth, so if this one is resonating, please be sure to stick around and we'll see where this goes. We'll pull out some future cards as well. So we wish you the best with this one, and we'll see you in part 2, or we will see you soon.
Thank you. Goodbye and good luck.